understand the what is the meaning of the research, and accordingly what are the various type of research. Accordingly we have to be prepare a document that is that is called the research proposal. Means if you want to learn the both how to write a research proposal, means you have to be good command on the research, and then you are able to write a proposal for a research articles, or yeah. The first, what is the first significance? That is, as I told, that is the first things for a research paper is the title. Title for the proposal. Title for the, why is it so important? Means it sounds somewhat obvious when you see that your research proposal with a title. To see the least, you already know you should. What does mean? Means if you are going to be say, "Okay, this is my research proposal," and say the title. So the audience, there must be two big C in your mind. What is the two meaning of the two big C? First C meaning of first C is the clear, and the second C meaning is the concise. The first C means your research title should be a very clear, and the C means is a very concise, very precise. Means if we this the third person heard your research titles, then they are able to understand what you are going to take, what you are going to do in your research work. So that is means the clear headline and the concise headline that tells your reader what your research proposal is about at a first glance. So that is the first very important aspect of the research proposal, means title of the proposal. Means when you let me give the some examples how your research proposal will be very concise. Means when I say the paradigm shifting is a two word. Only the paradigm shift is a one word, but its meaning is very vast. Means it show the how the things are changing in our years. That is means what is the traditional way, and now it is how the things are changing. The paradigm shift is the word that you can use in your research title. Similarly, when I put the word spill over effect of the spillover effect, means that is the word that the word is only one, that's spillover, but it meaning is very vast. It show the impact of the change in the two market, and how this like example, corona is impacted in everywhere, and how it is impacted in the Indian stock market, or how it is impacted in the Nasdaq, that is US market. So when I going to compare these two market, then I use the word the spillover. So that is the this type of words if you use in your title, then your title will be very simple and very concise in nature. Then the pupil, the reader must know what you are going to be take in your research. So that is the first. So when you decide a title for a research proposal, to always be kept the two big C in your mind. The first C is the clear. The title should be very clear, and the second big C is there is the concise. Okay. Now moving to the next one, introduction. Introduction part means how you are going to be introduce your topic to your reader. Introduction means it is the initial pitch of your idea. So after reading the introduction, your reader should be and easily understand. So what is the meaning of three P's? First P is the purpose. The first P, what is it is showing it? Purpose. Purpose of the investigator means you are the author of our articles. So what is the purpose? To understand what is in your mind, what is in your idea, what is your purpose to write articles. That is the first P. So that is introduction will cover the first P. That is what is the idea, what is the purpose behind this articles. Second P's meaning is, second P is the so the passion of a author. How you are passionate about your that is research work or the title. So that is passion. It is sense of your passion. So second P denote, or second P depicted the passion of your work. Third P is depicted the possible outcomes. So please be noted down. The first P is the purpose. Second P is the passion of the passion for the topic, and the third P is the possible outcomes. Means possible outcomes. Be excited about the studies. The what is the how your study is going to contribute in the field of what the new things you are we that going to be comes from your study. That is the possible outcomes. So introduction must include this three things. Now these three P's are just surrounded surrounded about the research questions. So what research question? So what is the central research problem? The first research question, that is, what is the central research problem? How is the topic of a research proposal related to the problem? That is, first, what is the central research problem means introduction of your study. What is the central research problem? How is the topic of a research proposal related to the problem? That is the objective of your study. How your study we contribute to solve this central problem. That is objective of the study. What method will you utilize to analyze the research problem? Third research questions will, because these three P's uh, surrounding are surrounded by the research question. So these research questions are these five. That is, I am going to handle the five research questions. So first is the what is the central research problem. Second, how is the topic of a research proposal related to the problem? Third is what method will you utilize to analyze the research problem? Means research, what the methodology, what the research, what are the method or technique are you are going to be used, how you are formulated hypothesis, and how you are going to be test this hypothesis by using the various tools, what the tools you are going to use to test your hypothesis. Means t-test, you are going to conduct the t-test, or the correlation is your studies correlation analysis to you are going to be test the correlation. Then that ANOVA test, what the methodology you are going to be use, that method will utilize to analyze the research problem. What is it important to undertake this research? Why? And the fourth question is why you are taken this research? Why you are taken only this topic? Means if you are very much sure about this topic, yes, I am going to do justice with this topic. Means you are very much that is you are very much uh, this topic is very important, and you are going to deal it in a in a jail manner. That means this research topic is very important, or it is going to be contribute in a good manner in for the society, for the reader. So that is the fourth question. What is the significance of the proposed research, and how it is to be going to be implement in the society, how it is going to be contribute for the betterment of the society? This is called the implications of your study. Means if your study is only for the academic research, is not going to be contribute any for the betterment of the society, that is not your research have no worth for the society. So why the people are going to be read your article? Why the people are going to be? Why the various students are going to be read your articles? Means your article must be contribute some things for the betterment of the society. This is called the implication part of your articles. So this is the fifth question. That is, your proposal must deal these all five question. This is all surrounded by the these three P's. Okay, so I am proceeding to the third part of your research proposal. That is background and significance. What is the meaning of what is the role of background and significance for your study? Now, for this, I am depicting this picture. This is a picture. Everyone aware this. What is the picture is depicting? Anyone can see? Yes, anyone unmute yourself and give the answer. Hello, audience. Hello, participants. Anyone can say what is the picture is depicting?
The Hindu marriage ritual, that is the Sat Fere.
Wow, yeah, Saat Fere. When Saat Fere, everyone who are married know the meaning and the importance of the this Saat Fere. Every Saat Fere have initial with the, that is, you are taking a oath with your partner to when you are step into the married life. So that is importance. Accordingly, background and the significance have the seven important that is significance that is very important to write a good proposal. That's why I give the name the Saat Fere. The background of significance, you can just correlate this with the Saat Fere. How the Saat Fere is important in the married life. Similarly, you can just correlate how the background and significance is very much important with your research proposal, to write a good research proposal. No, now I'm going to be tell what is the first phase, that is first things. State the research problem and provide a more thorough explanation about the purpose of the study than you state in the introduction. Already I said in the introduction part ki what is the research problem. Your whole research is are surrounded are that is center point problem is the research problem. Means state the research problem and provide a thorough explanation about the research problem. Means when you pick any title, pick any topic for a research proposal, means this one is very important and you are going to be explored in a thorough manner. That is the first fairy for your that is second fairy, that is second more point, that present the rationale for the proposed research study, clearly indicate why the research is wrong, worth doing, answer the so what question. What does it mean? Means um, when you are confident with your study, yes, my topic is very worth for the society, then you can give confidence to other. That's why the present the rationale of the proposed research study clearly indicate why the research is worth doing, why it is worth to if this topic is, when you topic for the book chapter, or you for the research paper, or for your PhD thesis, everywhere. If you are confident about the topic, then you give confidence to others. Yes, this topic is very important for the society or the for the human beings. Then that is the second important thing. So you should be very rational for that topic. The third fairy and the third important things about this describe the major issue or problem to be addressed by your research. According to your research, what the problems you are going to be take, what the major issue are going to be taken by your research proposal. Do not forget to explain how and in what ways your proposed research build your previous related research. Means background of research is, that is, you are building a research because it is not search, it is a research. Means your research is based on the previous things already did by the some authors, some pioneers. Your whole study is based on there, and you are contributing some or add on something that is already contributed by the some author. So that is means when you are going to be conduct any research, you should very much aware of what is the background and the significance, what the background of that topic, and accordingly you can rationalize your topic to the others. So that is the third things. Next, explain how you plan to go about conducting your research. That is research plan. Because without planning, you cannot execute your research in a proper manner. Means planning is very important. Means what is the research designing, how you're going to be take the sample, what is the sampling method you are going to take, how who will be your respondent. This all things are the part of a planning. That is the fourth important things, or the fourth area for the, that is Next, fifth one is that clearly identify the key or the most important relevant source of research. Means what are the clearly identified keys or the most relevant sources for research you intend to use, and explain how they will contribute to your analysis of the topic. Means here you are going to be what will be your independent variable for the study, and what are the independent variable for the study. You are going to be show the relationship between them, or you are going to be do the influence study or the impact study or the effect or anything. That means you have the relations between the dependent and the independent variable. So fifth things, that is fifth things, you are going to be understand what is the what are the different independent variables and how it is going to be correlate with your independent variables. Example, I am going to be study the impact of the education on a society betterment. That is education itself is a things that is you're providing to the society, and how it is important to build a nation. So that is means education is the independent variable, or betterment of the society or the GDP of the economy. This all things are that is dependent variable. Means education will build the more employment in the society, more per capita income will increase. That means these things will enhance the society and the, or you can say the GDP of the economy. So so accordingly, as per your topic, you have to understand what will be your independent and independent variables for the study.
The Bluetooth device is ready to pair.
Going to the fifth important things, clearly identify the keys or most relevant source of research. Sorry, already I mentioned this fifth one. Six is the set of boundary for your proposed research. Set of boundaries for timeline. What will be the timeline in which you are going to be conduct this study, and timelines, area of study means you are going to be a study in the Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Tamil Nadu, whatever area. So where you are going to be country. So that is what is the boundaries for your research, because you have to be explaining in your proposal what will the research boundaries of your. Means you are going to conduct this research in coming 6 months or 1 year, or the 3 month or 15 days, whatever you have to mention your research proposal. Means you are going to be collect the data for this time span. Means in going in 3 months or year. Sample size, what will be their sample size, where you going to be collect your samples from rural area, for the suburban area or the urban areas, whatever. That is everything have to be everything have to be understand, but when you are going to understand the background and background of the study. Now the last important things, the provide clear definition of key concepts terms. Key concept and terms means for proposal, it is very important to write a good abstract, because on the basis of the abstract, your proposal is going to be accept or reject. So what is the abstract means? Concise of all things you are going to be do in your research in the coming period, that is coming 6 months or 1 year. That is, you have to be brief in the form of abstract. Abstract is the sort that is brief about your research work that is you're going to be conduct, in which your introduction of the subject, your sample, your literature review, everything will be concise, and you can write a brief abstract. And accordingly, you have to be highlight your research on the basis of the keywords. So keywords is the very important, the seventh element of your study. So this is the background and significance is how it is important. Already I mentioned. Okay. Now moving to this is pictures. Picture is showing is key, and the that is lock. Now, research is the one thing. Research is research is means behind this door, that is research. And key is what? Key is the literature review. When you are want to open the door, open to door, you need key. And this key will help you to open the door. Then you step into the, that is what is the behind this door, you are going to be understand. So without this key, you can't open this door, or you can't step into the, that is step into the this world that is behind the this door. So key is the literature review. On this door is your topic, means if you are going to complete your topic or complete your research in a very good manner, then you have other good and the very that is extensive literature review is very much important. That is that's why I am depicting here a picture that is lock and a literature review. What is now? Now this is the literature review, and this slide is showing how you are conduct a literature review. Your means literature reviews now. Literature review is systematic literature review. You have to be conduct literature review in a very systematic manner. Your literature review must be include the problem statement, 2-3 page summary of the literature. That is problem, definition of the problem. Second is the literature searching methods in this section, the detailed description of your review methods, usually 1 or 2 page. Which method you are adopted for your research, means that is your method section. That third is things in third part is here the summarizing, means detail annotation and the critics of the 3 sources. You will have more, but will practice the skill with 3, means what the major resources you are taken for your literature review. That is the summarizing part. The fourth part is defining the argument. Simple outline is a usually 1 to 3 page, focusing on a broad idea that are just emerging and what you are discover, and advocacy argument will be, means what the things you are going to be arguing in that. You in both all the arguments you are be simple outline on your literature review. Detailed arguments means what the things you are going to be deal, means so many things are important, so many things are related to your topics, but you can't be deal all the topics, all the things in a one study. So you are going to be highlight 2 or more topics or more arguments in your study. That is that arguments you are going to take in your study. That is detailed way you have to be study in the, you have to be review the literature on the basis of that argument. And then drafting, that is how you are going to draft your literature review, means how you are going to be write a literature review on the basis of a traditional way, or you are going to be do the SLR, that is systematic literature reviews. Means if you are going to be conduct the systematic literature review, then your drafting will be different. If you are going to be write your literature review in a traditional format, then your drafting will be different. The drafting is the 6th part. And last, communicate your findings. That is what you will find after the literature. You have to be communicate to your reader. That is the 7 things you have to be complete in your literature review. Now, because how to conduct a SLR? SLR is everywhere now. Everyone talking about the systematic literature review. No one when you see any articles, there is a no scope of the traditional literature review. Now everyone, to how you are conduct the systematic literature review. Here, systematic literature review have the 3 phases in planning the review. For planning the review means when you are going to conduct your literature review, must you have formulate the problem. Step 2, develop and validate the review protocols. In this planning phase, how you are going to be conduct your literature review. Literature review. So first you have to find the research questions. Means every research question will be answered by your review. Means you have to more than 20 to 25 literature research question. You have to be formulate the 20 to 25 numbers of research question, and all those research question will be handled by your research by literature review. So means planning phase is the formulate the research question, formulate the problem, that is research question. And second planning is the develop and validate the review protocols. It means when you are formulate a research questions, to develop how you are going to be develop a literature review on the for to deal with this research question, and what is the your review protocol, what you are, how you are going to be review this research question. This is the planning phase completed. Now we are going to be see this that is second phase. In this phase, that is the conducting the review. Step 3 is the research, search the literature. So every search the literature where in the where you are searching your research literature. Anybody can say where you are searching your literature. When you type in a Google, can you find the that is exit literature for your review? No, not. So you have to be select the proper search engine. That is proper search engine means if you type a research paper in a Google, that means it is a huge data. You have to be pick some of the result that will meet your expectation. But if you select the correct search engine, then your expectation will meet. So what will be the search engine for the research paper? That means you search your research paper in the Google Scholar or the ResearchGate or the Academia or the Dimension. These are the very PubMed. So many such free access database are available where you can search your article that is meet your requirement. So search the literature by using the proper search engine, and then review the titles. Here you can review the title, narrow down the body of the work. Means it is always be a literature in the funnel shape. Means starting from the broad one, and now you have to be narrow down your study. Then search the literature, review titles. After this one, you can formulate your the title will be framed, and then screen for the inclusion. What the things here you're going to be take, that is the methodology. What will be the variables for the study. Everything will be decided after the literature review. The review on the basis of that, you can write your abstract for the study. Assess quality, review full text. You have to be access quality, which type of how many sample size will be required for a good research work. That is everything. Means everything you can decide after the assess quality. Extract data means data collection and analyze and synthesize. What the way to collect the data, by questionnaire, by emailing to the respondent. How what are the way to collect the data? That is extract data. Analyze and synthesize the data means after the data collection, it is you are not directly conduct to the study on the collected data. So you have to be that is first data should be collected, then it is coding, editing, this all things you have to be complete. Then analyze on the that is edited data on. You can you start your analyzing portion, and after that you can start the review reporting the review, the report findings. How and how in this step 8 you can find out the research gap. Research gap means your study will contribute or fill the gap that is already the someone did, but some gap are there. So you have to be find out that gap, or your study is going to be contribute or the complete and fill that gap. That is. So in this way, your literature will be completed. Or is now because literature, after literature review findings, you collect your drafting is started. Now start your writing of the literature review in form of the storytelling, because it is very new one. The storytelling you start from the origin when the concept is started, or how it is the various authors are contributed in their definition, in their method, in their process, everywhere. So you start from the origin, or start adding the other author, how they contributed in this field. So this way you can complete your literature review section, and your literature review will be completed. Now, the next step is the design. How the design is the Miss creativity. Creativity means when you design, you have to be. Let's take an example. When you design a tailored designer dress, so only what the fabric needed, what the type of accessories, what the things, decorative thing he can do. Measurement is important. This dress for the girl or for a woman, what is her measurement? So all those things are combined. Then a good dress will be designed. So similarly, when you are going to be design, you are going to be writer research proposal. The good research design is very important. So designing means what is the concept behind the study, how can you create how the newness or the something that is new, that is you add on that things. So these all things here you have to be that is you have to be elaborated in the research design. So this is the research design. You're up now, because research design is not that is monotonous for everyone. Means research design is basically it is the as per your study. If your study is descriptive, then your research design is different. If your study is experimental, then your research design is different. So you have to be first understand your study or fall in which category. Is it descriptive? Is it experimental? Is it correlation? Is it diagnosis or the experimental? Okay. So what is the benefit of the research design? Research design, how it is benefited? It is clarity of the research objective, increase the validity and the reliability of the study, improve data collection, better data analysis, improved communications to the reader, efficient use of the resources. This all things means when you design a good research design, means it is you are clearly deal with your research objective. You deal with your research, that is you validity and reliable your study, and better data collection, this all things. Now I'm going to be explain the element of the research design. Now first things I have to be tell about this type of what is the do you know this type of study descriptive? What is the descriptive? Is it is important I deal with this thing, or I can proceed to the next one? Everyone aware with the descriptive study, experimental, correlation, diagnosis, or explanatory? Is any questions on this? No? Then I go to the next one. Characteristic of the research design. Characteristic of research design means your research design must be characterized by this thing. What is this? This thing is neutrality, means your study is not be biased by anything. Bias your study not be, your study is not based on any assumption, previous assumption on that. Means you have the some assumption on in the form of hypothesis, but your assumption not be biased. Your assumption is not, means your study must be neutral. That is neutrality aspect is very important for your research design. Second is the reliability. Reliability, why? Will reliability, what is mean means what is mean? Means your study is going to be reliable for everyone. Means you will only be able to reach the desired result if your design is reliable. Your plan should indicate how to form research question to ensure the standard of the result. Means all the your study and all the analysis and all your conclusion are based on the data collection, and data collection are based on the questionnaire that is formed. If your questionnaire is not reliable, then how could be your study is reliable? Means before going to collect the data, you should be check the reliability of the questionnaire. So that is the reliability section will deal before going to collect the data, you should check the reliability of your study. Means if you are going to study the impact, or your questionnaire is telling something else, then your questionnaire is not reliable for study. Means so that is means your questionnaire, the topic of the questionnaire, your objective of the questionnaire, topic of the research, your objective of the research, your hypothesis of the research, your research questions, or your data collection, that is questionnaire, all should be linked, all should be synced with that. Because if not synchronized, all things not be synchronized, then your questionnaire is not reliable. So before going to collect the data, you should check the reliability of your questionnaire by conducting the Hornbach alpha test in SPSS, or you can conduct this test in any research software. That is. The third thing is the validity. What is the validity? Because everyone now, when you submit any chapter, any research articles, or any thesis, the validity question always be arise. What is the validity? There are multiple measuring tools available. Okay. The only correct measuring tool are those which help a researcher in gauging result according to the objective of the research. The validity, maybe you can check the validity by the so many tests are available. On the basis of that, you can check the validity of your study, validity of this study on the basis of the that is something. SPSS test is available. On the basis of that, you can check the validity of a study, or you should report this validity on your research design portion. Research design portion. Key, what is the your study is valid for the valid for the study. So then this part will be part of your research design. So third is the validity, and the fourth one is the generalization. The outcome of your research must be generalized for the normal. Means your research is not hypothetical only. You conduct the conduct a research, draw a conclusion, but it can't be generalized. Means it can't be generalized to common papers. So means generalization is the phenomena that is important for your research design. Yes, this my research is applicable, my conclusion, my research finding is applicable to this respondent, because I am collected data from this these type of people. So these my study is generalized for these type of. So you generalization means not for the whole population. The where you select your samples, where you can, on the basis of that, you can categorize the respondent. Yes, my research findings are available for the middle age group person, or the middle or the lower income group person, or the literate person. You can generalize in this way. So this is the four characteristic of your research design. This is the element of research design. Means research design must be complete, must be fulfill all these elements. The purpose of the study, types of the investigation, means your study is the which type of study, that is diagnosis, correlation, what is the type of investigation, extent of research interference, researcher interference. Minimal means that significance level, it is dealing with a significance, means your data is, means your data significance level is 95, confidence level is 95%, 5% significance levels, means your data are that is data collected are 95% correct, saying correct toward the population, means 5% is the irritants only. If you're that is the extent of the researcher interference. Study setting, which type of study settings for the these things, measurement and the measures, which items you are scaling, what are the scaling, categorization, coding, everything here. Means research design is that part of your proposal where you have to be elaborate all the things, all the minor details of your research must be reported in this portion, that is research design. Time horizon, sampling design. Sampling design means sampling was the sampling techniques you are adopt. What the sampling design, your sample size, how you are come to this sample size. So how you calculated this sample size, what is the method of data collection, how the now coming to the last portion, that is data analysis, the field for how you sell the data, then you coding, the goodness of the data, and the hypothesis testing. These all things means all that is are going to be conduct in the study must be reported in the research design. Means your research design is will be a very vast, which include all the minor details of regarding the detail of the study, problem of the statement, measurement, data collection, sampling design, unit of analysis, time horizon, everything, and data. These all things you have to be include. Now, research proposal means, because the today topic is the writing a research proposal. Means writing a research proposal, you are writing a proposal for a book chapter, you are writing a research proposal for a research article, you are writing a for a thesis or dissertation, for a mini or minor project or industrial project, for a range fund. Which type of proposal? Accordingly, your research proposal will be different, because if you are writing a book chapter, its proposal will be different. If you are writing a research article, its proposal will be different. If you are writing a thesis or dissertation, means its proposal will be different. Mini and major project. Basically, mini or major projects are basically it is government or the semi-government organization funded projects, where you can writing a proposal to grab this mini or major projects. Industrial is similarly, industry want to solve its problem, that they also invite to for a invite proposal from the author or from the other person. So if you are writing an industrial project, that it's writing some other things must be included. Okay, now come to this research proposal, mainly divided into the two part. That is, first the kind is the approval proposal. This type of proposal is written before undertaking a final project, dissertation or thesis, and it is submitted to your supervisor for approval. Means you are writing a proposal, and before submitting, you have to take the consent, take the approval from your supervisor. These type of proposal are basically the research articles or the book chapter or the thesis. This is the approval for project, approval proposal. And the second one, the funding proposal. These type of proposal is submitted to an external organization in order to seek funding for your research. Means in this category, the mini project, my major project, or the funding project, or the industrial project are fall in this category. So when you are writing the funding proposal, the budget will be the very good important element in the funding proposal. But approval project budget is the no more significance in the approval proposal. Funding proposal, because mini project means your project would be up to the 5 lakh. Major project means your proposal should be 10 to 15 lakh. Industrial project, it depends upon the cost involved in that particular project. The funding project means, in funding project, one of the things you have to be take care about the budget and how we are going to be divide this budget, that is into the various things. Means in the printing part, in the investigation part, so you have to divide this 5 lakh. If your budget is 5 lakh, mini project, you are writing a proposal for a mini project, and its budget is 5 lakh, then you have to bifurcate this 5 lakh into the so many things. Means if you are principal investigator of that project, you have to be You have to give the some part to the principal investigator, to the your assistant, to your printing part, to your field study, to your that is the other things, that is support system, that is you need. So everything to mean this means whole sum it cost will be 5 lakh. So the budget, how to be prepare the budget is the some we can take in the in another session ki how to be prepare a budget for a many or the major project. Now coming to the structure of the research proposal. Structure of the research proposal, your research proposal must be have this things in your element. The first is the title page, second is the summary, third is the introduction, fourth is the literature review. Already I deal how to write a literature review, what are the things you have to be to take into consideration for the literature review, what the methodology, or that is the research design, and methodology, timeline, what is the time period of your study, where the study is going to be conducted in the 6 month, 1 year or 2 year, and reference section, that is bibliography section, or appendix means what the enclosure with your study. Means your proposal should be bound. It is a document, research proposal is a document which have this all items in your research proposal: title page, summary, introduction, literature review, methodology, timeline, reference sections, and the appendix. Now, the main key highlights of your study. Checklist. Now going to check study what the things in your research proposal, is this thing are you are included or not. Title page, title, there should a proposed title for the research study, and how the title will be formed already I taken. Detail, the title page include details such as the name of the author, university name, supervisor's name, all must be included in the detail. The title page the include detail, name of the authors. If the two authors for the proposal, then you have to be mentioned what will be the signature of the author, who will contributing more, that is the first author, that is contribute. If you are a scholar, then your name will be first, or your guide name will be second, and the third name will the gift author will be third and fourth and fifth place where. So name of the author and must be in sequence. University name, where you submitting your research is conducting. If you are a scholar, you have to mention your university name, supervisor name with his designations. So this is the title page. Then summary, there is a summary of the key area of the proposal. What will be the aim of the study, research questions, method, and the timeline. This all things must be included in the summary. Now, next step, background. The research area is described, where the background already I explained. What is the significance of the background in your research proposal? So you have to be the background of the study. The research area is described in this part. You have to be research area where you have to be explained. Aim, the overall aim of the research is given. What is the aim, or you can say the objective of the study, objective of the overall. So you can write the objective in the form of statement. It will start with the to study, to investigate, to analyze, to in this form you can write your aim of the study. That is the next portion is the introduction. You have to checklist the second checklist. The second point is the introduction. The research objectives, there is a clear and specific research objective. You have to formulate at least clear and the specific research objective to fulfill, to complete your research. That is research objective. Research question, the research question are stated, must be stated. That is already I explained, 20 to 25 research question must be. That this all research question are mapped in your proposal, in entire research proposal. This all research question must be mapped. Literature review. literature review, critical summary. There is a critical summary of various research in this area and research gap. So literature review have the two checklist, that is critical summary and the research gap, and the last one is the conclude. How to be, you are going to be contribute to fill this research gap. What will be your contribution is the third part. So literature you have the three part: the critical summary, research gap, and then conclude. How you are going to conclude, what will be your contribution. So you must be write in a literature review. Now, methodology have this part. You have to be must be in your methodology have these things must be include data types of the sources. There is an information on the type of the source of data which will be obtained. Methodology, there is detail of a research methodology and why this approach has been chosen. You have to be must be mentioned in your this methodology part. Ethics and the safety, ethical and safety issues are identified if necessary. In my previous I already deal with the ethical because you are a researcher, or your study must be ethical and safe for the society. Ethical means your data not be plagiarized, you are not be take the anything from anywhere and without giving the citations to that. Means if you are taking anything, any statement or any paragraph from the previous study, you have to be give the citation, because citation means citation. If you are giving the citation to other means you are giving the credibility to author. Yes, I am taking this line, I'm taking this statement from the start from a study, but I am giving credibility to that author. He is giving these things and I am taken to in my study. This means so you have to in a study you give the proper citations. Proper citation means everything. If you are taken a word from a study, so you have to give the citation. If you are taken a statement or a statement, so you give the citation. If you take a paragraph, you give the citation. Means citation is very most important. Without citation means you are stealing the content of an author without giving the credibility, giving the credibility to him or her. So that's why your study, the methodology part is very important. Key everywhere in the introduction part, if you are taking anything, then you give the citation. In the methodology part, you are taking the some independent variable. Yes, I am taking this communication or these things. These are my independent variable. But these independent variables, where what will be the what are the sources? Means where I found this source. So you have to mention in this. Yes, this independent variables, I found the source of this, the author, its article name, and when it is published. Everything to mention. Means source of this variable must be mentioned in the methodology parts to make your study ethical. Now, the required resources are listed. Means where you taken everything, so you must be mentioned in a reference part. I'm taking this analysis things, so you must mention that part in your reference part. So means everything you taken, whether methodology or the analysis, anything you taken from any study, so must be give the citation or must mention in the reference part. Next is the timeline, start and the end date. So timeline is given showing start when you are going to start your study and when you are going to be end your study. The dates of key aspects. So when you are in the mini project or the major project, timeline is very important in the because of mini project you have to be complete your entire study in the 2 year. So in 2 year means 24 months. In the first 2 months, what will you are going to do? In the second 2 months, what you are going to? You have to give the timeline of each and everything in a. You have to frame a whole study into 24 months. That is timeline is important for the research proposal for the mini project, for the major project, or the industrial project. So it is very important to when you are going to start your study, that particular things, and when you are going to be into start and end date. The timeline is given to showing start and end dates of key aspects. Format. The timeline is suitably formatted. Example, table, list, and Gantt charts. So you can show your timeline by your Gantt charts key, where you are going to be start these things and when you are going to be yeah, the tables, list, everything should be mentioned in the format. Now come to the last section, that is reference section. Full details are given for all sources cited in the research proposal. You give the all full details. And it must be mentioned in the ascending order, means you can or alphabetically ascend orders. You can arrange all the cited sources in the form of alphabetically. You arrange that. Appendix means when you conduct an when you submit your thesis. So appendix means additional details needed for that to complete that study. If any reports are very important to complete your study, to that report will be part of your appendix. That is, your questionnaire will be part of your appendix. Anything's important that is you want to be mentioned, or that is very important for to complete your study, it must be part of your appendix. Means appendix means all those documents, all those things that is important, and without mentioning that, your study will not be complete. So that is you can, or you can't be in the main content of your proposal, then it will be included in the appendix part. Additional detail. Format, the timeline is suitably formulated. Similarly, appendix is also be in the format of the timeline, where these things are taken in this timeline, and these things are taken in this timeline. So that all this also in a tablet form. And the last section is the other section. Other section include it if appropriate example, chapter outlines, provision. This all things are the other section. That is the checklist part, the last part of your checklist. When all these checklists will completed, now that means your research proposal is ready to submit. Now your document is ready to submit, then you can submit this research proposal to anywhere. Now, so this is the end of my session, because in this way you can write a good research proposal for anything, that is for a chapter, for a research articles, for a thesis or dissertation, or the project, or the district project. So any questions, if you have any questions regarding any part of this part of any